Hey, good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Um, the market's kind of ugly today. It's not terrible. Kind of treading water and chopping. Two big events in the market. Apple has its event day. Amazon has its Prime Day. I think both of those are kind of selling these events, if we're being honest. I wish I would have sold about an hour ago, but I didn't. The Nasdaq's flat. Other indices are down. We're up about 1%. Um, we're being driven higher today, mostly by Square, and then our small caps. So, what I want to do today is I just want to rotate slightly on the news. We've had big runs in Square, Amazon, and Nvidia, and I just want to reduce those positions down to about 5,000 each. Is what we're going to reset our top positions at. So I'm going to session one right now is we're going to blast through and we're going to sell some positions and raise a little bit of cash, and then we're going to spread out a little bit. Nothing crazy. Apple sell the news event. Nothing was wrong with their phone or their. I mean, it looks good to me. We're just kind of in a cynical market now. I want to add some Zillow. I want to add some. Peloton could ever catch a break. CrowdStrike was one that I wanted to add, but it's up so much on the day that we'll let this come down a little bit. If we can get CrowdStrike for 150, if we can get Zillow for 100, I think there's a little bit of negative pressure coming here. So I just want to be able to pivot a little bit. Let's check in with our sectors. Innovation's booming. Silver and gold getting smacked again. Then looking at our smalls, Celsius got a little bit of a bounce. We closed that one out of this portfolio. I have some cheap options that I bought when it was getting beat up, so those actually look decent today. Atom was one that we sold, so we had a good sale and a bad sale in these smalls. We're just going to ride the momentum in there. They're small positions, and we're going to put stop losses on them so that we're going to lock in some profits, and we're just going to let that cook. But what I got my eye on is CrowdStrike, Lulu, Peloton, and Zillow. I like those because they demographically fit a strong segment of the American market. So let's start selling some stock. We'll start at the top. But let's so Nvidia has their launch coming out. They just had their GTC event. I thought it was really impressive. I like to hold into that catalyst and then take profits and churn. Frees up some buying power for, some other opportunities out there. So you never go broke taking profits. 6,600 in cash. We're just slowly rotating, some of these top positions down. I'd be fine holding these positions if I had to, but we don't have to. We can be nimble, and we can constantly right size, and we can constantly fiddle around and figure out where we want our money. Um, but we have nice gains brewing in a lot of these tickers, and we're just harvesting some profits here. Um, Square's been a monster. Alright, so we're just slowly kind of whacking these down a little bit. Feel pretty comfortable with where we're situated in that regard. And we have almost 11,000 in cash. And we're gonna start picking up some names. Let's see what's getting beat up today. Taiwan Semis had a nice run. I think that's a good stock for you guys if you want to hop in there. We're kind of at a point where we're chasing winners with a lot of this stuff. Which I'm fine with. I like the momentum of things that are winning. I don't like to buy stuff up more than 3%. So I normally like to sell it around that 3%. And trim. Let's start a little bit in Zillow. If we can get that under $100, we'll bring this position up. Top Build's had a nice run here. If you like housing, today is a nice day to pick up some F&F, Masco, Taylor Morrison, Top Build. So we avoided going negative in the market, which is nice. And there's some quality in here I'm looking at. What is closing out the end of this year? I don't like political risk. That's why I haven't been a big fan of Google or Facebook. I just don't like the political beach ball that is that world. Amazon's kind of getting dragged into that as well, which makes me kind of want to cut that position in half. I just think that's a great company. But with Prime Day, do we want this to be our top position, up 17% in a little bit? You know, this is one that I've contemplated letting go. We're almost back to highs. Probably have another $75 or $100 of upside. Probably have $500 of downside. Starting to get to a different risk reward. What I ultimately want in Amazon is an announcement of a split, but the nature of the size of the shares versus the scale of our portfolio makes it a little clunky for what we've got going on. Let's add a little bit to our Netflix. And this is what I do, just kind of sift through the markets, look back and forth, see what's moving, see what's struggling, what's up in ARC, what are you holding that's moving. This is just a rock solid ETF. Expect no less from ARC. They have great funds. Tesla just booming. This is another company I was looking at. It's had just a crazy run. This one has exposure to China. I can't believe the run that Zoom has made is just insane. CrowdStrike and Datadog are two that I added to this watch list on another device but didn't come over, so I'd like to start a little position, little. So we'll start this position with a little baby bite. I don't like to buy when we're up almost 4%, but I want to set the intention that this is going to be a position that's in our portfolio moving forward. All right, so we're filled on that. Have a little under 6K in cash. We can keep adding if we need to. We're going to let the market breathe a little bit. There's a lot going on right now. I'll check in with the queue before we leave. A little bounce there, which I like. So, breaking it down on the 1 day. I don't really like minute charts, but a little break over 295, 296 would be really great to get above that short-term moving average and to go back and test all-time highs. So, I still think that there's a lot of reasons to sell, but I think we're going to keep moving higher in just about everything, especially the growth stuff. So we'll call that good for now. We're about 15 minutes in. One last check on the portfolio. We're up 1.25%. What are the markets at? So we're beating the NASDAQ by a full point. So we'll take that any day of the week. And we have some cash. This won't be the last live stream. We'll hop on this afternoon. I'm going to keep an eye on the market. Got some other things to work on. And if we miss a little bit of a move, we miss a little bit of a move. That's all good. We're up over 5K since we've been doing this about a month, so we're cooking. Thanks again for your support of the Money School. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I'll check in with you later this afternoon. Hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.